Monday morning. So over the weekend, my clients decided that they want to make their shower 6 inches bigger, which means we need to tear out this bench, clean it all up, cut that board out, extend our wall prep out, install a new bench further back. And then I'm gonna have to adjust my shower pan slope a little bit. Not exactly sure how I'm gonna do it yet, but I have some ideas. I've got a new foam bench cut. There's really not a way to salvage this. It's gonna come out in little pieces. We don't build these things to be taken apart easily. So that is my day today. I'm gonna cut my waterproofing, surgically remove that, chip out some of my pan and re-slope it, install the new bench, and do another coat of waterproofing, and then hopefully get it wrapped up tomorrow so we can start tiling. Fun stuff. A little bit at a time. So I'm gonna cut it into chunks, take it off, and then I'm gonna have to chip this part off of my deck mud because it's thin setted down there, obviously. Same with the wall. Clean that all up. Then I'll chip my shower pan out just a little bit right there and add some slope to it with 330 fast mud. Set the new bench, re-waterproof. Kind of a pain in the ass, but it's always interesting tearing out your own work. Obviously this is a change order. This isn't for free, so happy to do it. Always fun. All right, I've got all of the foam removed. Now I'm working on chipping the thin set off of my mud. Cut off my banding. You can see it's a very tenacious bond to that mud. This is the piece of banding. It was pretty hard to pull off, comparable to if you were trying to remove like a sheet membrane. Although this liquid does embed into the mud pretty deep, and if you were trying to peel it off of this part that doesn't have banding, I think you'd be chipping the mud out. So I'm just cleaning all the thin set off, and then I will mark a line where my shower pan will now start. So the slope ended here. I need to bring the slope back to here. So I'm gonna cut that, chip that mud out, re-slope it, and then set a new bench 6 inches further back. So kind of fun, hard work actually, always educational. So this is actually a real bitch to tear out. I'm trying to chip this down low enough that I feel good about bonding over it with 330 fast. Deck mud is crumbly by nature, but it is bonded to the slab with thin set, and so that whole bottom layer is just super hard to chip out. The upper layer is a little bit crumbly, that's just how it is. I came across one of my 330 fast hot dots. This is what I used to set my dots when I was gauging this floor to get on my perimeters level and everything. So that's a super solid little 2.5 month old chunk of 330 fast. The deck mud was bonded to a thin set. So the reason I cut these straight lines is so I didn't chip further out and make a mess of my other deck mud. So I'm gonna use those two edges to screed 330 right off of to continue my pitch up to where the bench will end. So I'm gonna clean that up and screed it. Okay, so I've got this all chipped up. I chipped it down about 1 inch. You can see how porous that deck mud is. It's still very solid right there. And like I say, whenever you tear out your own work, you always learn something. There's a little spot here where my ultralight didn't bond when I was doing this deck mud. Maybe it's skinned over, you know, maybe I didn't clean that section of concrete good enough, but it was still super solid. Just interesting that it peeled right up right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix up some 330. Screed it right across the back. So this floor slopes right there, but it's level over there. So as I screed it, I will just naturally get my slope back that I need. So that'll be level perimeter, level there with the slope right there. I'm gonna do that right now so it can be drying, and I'll patch in this wall, set the bench, and then by the end of the day, I think that'll be dry enough that I can get a coat of liquid on there. So there you go. So 330 fast, Mapei Planetop 330 fast is a super highly modified fiber reinforced rendering mortar. It was actually designed to render walls over like dead shield or cement board or cinder block. in preparation for large format tile, but we found a ton of other uses for it, one of which is patching in shower pans or floating really thin shower pans. Later this week upstairs on this job, I'm gonna float a thin shower pan from 1 inch down to a 1/4 inch with this stuff. It's not like your typical mud, it's super gooey. It's hard to work with. So right now I'm just filling it in and screeding it off. And then after it starts to fire off in about 15 minutes, then I'll work it and clean it up. This will be hard as a rock in about 40 minutes. And I can coat it with Aqua-D in probably about 3 hours. So lots of uses, great for this kind of thing. All right, after about 10 minutes, it really starts to firm up a little. It makes it a lot easier to carve. So I'm just carefully screeding it right off of my 2 edges there. And just kind of rolls off. This stuff is so crazy strong when it dries. I'll just finish carving it, let it harden up, and super solid really quick. All right, this stuff is hard as a rock. Been about 45 minutes. Got that wall patched in, shimmed it out, and put board on there. I didn't really feel like hanging lath and floating, no need to. Those studs were really bad, so I just shimmed it out with some horseshoes, screwed some board on. Now I'm gonna set my bench on there. And you can see we got our appropriate slope back to where the bench will start. So basically just extended my shower pan 6 inches. Get the right slope. This is gonna be an envelope cut 8x8 cement tile that just flows out into the floor. Yeah, a lot of work, but you know, sometimes that extra 6 inches is worth it. There we go, new bench installed. I'm gonna do some other things while I let that dry, maybe for another hour, and then I will put on my banding all around that. First coat of Aqua-D. Tomorrow I'll do a second coat, and I think we'll be good. So that is how you extend a shower by 6 inches with various different things. Kind of a fun day. Thanks for watching. See ya. There you have it. It's 5 o'clock and I'm going home.